How to boost your profits now with the Crypto Mastery TradingView Indicators.
I think, real world assets. Larry Fink has come out and said, I want to see all of the stock market on tokenized. So he said that. What Larry says he gets. Huge market. Transactions per second, of course, Solana, Sui. We can see those are running. Those are the two strongest. And that's it. DPIN, which is like Filecoin, Helium, and Hive Mapper, things like that, that will be good. And also, Helium is IoT. So we'll look at that a bit. I do want to talk about Helium a little bit. We did a deep dive into it last week in Retire Rich, and we'll talk about it tomorrow in M3. But on this chart of Chainlink, so on the Bollinger Bands, not really telling us things. It's fine to turn them off when you don't need them. And it's still in a macro uptrending parallel channel. That's a mouthful, but you can see that, with Chainlink, it's a very tradable coin. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. Where are we now? Buy low. But I would wait for our signals to align. It's red, it's red. It's not showing any bullishness here on the daily chart. So what do we want to do? We want to look toward the weekly chart. So weekly chart usually gives us a bit better signals. Let me zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. Okay, so when the weekly looks a bit better, we have, so look, this is where we would be looking to buy Chainlink on any pullback, right? So I think daily, on the daily, probably pulls back a little bit over the next few days, but that could change quickly if probably you want to be near a computer when the FOMC minutes hit with your finger on the button and a plan. I have some that I'll be looking to buy. I'll be looking to buy Bitcoin if, watching the 1 hour, 4 hour. If the comments, it's not so much if they're favorable or not, it's how the market reacts to them. And sometimes Powell, he says something and then they're like, oh, that's bad. And then they sell it off and then someone points out it's good and then everyone buys it. So, but be aware, be, around tomorrow, I would say, or just be ready to, buy or wait till the end of the day candle at least and be ready to sort of maybe get back in this market. But look at this on Chainlink, green early reversal indicator, green TSI above 20 happened right in here, then boom. I mean, you could start dollar cost averaging in Chainlink. What I would say, since the weekly looks good and is confirming above green on the weekly, I'm going to look at my daily and say I would put a buy limit order in at, say, 1260. 1250 would be an excellent entry. If it drops on some quick scariness and a capitulation tomorrow from FOMC, great way to make profits, setting buy limit orders in strong support zones. I did a lot of that with Solana. So, all right, well, let's take a look at a couple of these came in. Take a look at Fetch, and then we'll see what's so Fetch having some sell block above, hit that zone, sold off. We already saw that too on the trend strength indicator. I'm really kind of waiting for Fetch to change its symbol and just make sure everybody's gotten their new token. And so, the ASI token, they're still calling it Fetch, so it's a little bit weird. I don't know. I'm not seeing it yet. Plus, it's always difficult to merge three companies into one. Show me the charts. And so I drew this before. Maybe I'll just move that up a bit. Sometimes they have to be redrawn. It's in a bit of a buy block here. It's the sandwich indicators between buyers and sellers. So I would wait certainly until this TSI starts to go green. Ideally, we get another ERI. This was the time to buy it. There's that hindsight. But guys, if you see price come down into a buy block and you get an early reversal indicator and then the TSI goes green, get in it, buy it. The signal line was gravy. That is, and the RSI didn't show us much. But if you get 2 or 3 of them, get in that trade and then add to it as you see more of them lining up. Right now, it's kind of hit or miss. Let's take a look at the weekly and see what that tells us. Weekly's bullish and should show some more follow through. My squiggly line probably still in play on Fetch. It's going to have some trouble up here around $1 to $1.10 and previous sellers. So I'd be careful with that one. Mostly these altcoins will wait to run later. Bitcoin dominance is at 75%. It's really getting strong, but at some point, the money initially will flow hard into Bitcoin, rally the markets. That'll get the total market cap to new highs, clear out all those sellers, and only later when people start selling Bitcoin at profits to buy things like Solana and Sui and some of the other alts that we like. But I wouldn't really be looking too hard at this point on Fetch and the others. The oxygen's about to get sucked out of the room and get into Bitcoin. That's what you see happen. All right, one last one, Arrow, you guys, and then we will welcome you guys into Crypto Mastery and make sure you're getting that taken care of today, because I've never given a free M3 class before. That's at easily a couple $100 value. So all right, Aerodrome, cool chart. Let's see, I had drawn the Fibonacci's, and even though it looks pretty, they were useless there. They don't always work, you guys. It's just a lot of the time they do. But if they do again, let me change the template on it. I want to know where the bounce point is most likely going to be. And at this point, I'm not projecting new highs. So there's a couple ways to use Fibonacci's. So in this case, I'm going to change it to my other template here that I have saved. And instead of my normal one, I'm going to use the golden pocket, which is a normal retracement zone. That's between the 0.618 and 0.65. So I don't know, that doesn't really help us. I think more importantly on Aerodrome is this sell block here. You're going to have trouble at $1.25, but we have a nice buy block here. Buyers came in, parallel trend channel looking bullish. So you can have a nice little run at it. So from here to there, 100%. Yeah, Aerodrome looks like it could go 100%. So the momentum's on the weekly, and the analogy that we usually use is the weekly is your cruise ship. It can turn around, but it takes a lot longer, right? The cruise ship's going. It took a while for that to turn around. Similarly, at the top, body in motion tends to stay in motion, whereas the daily, you get a lot more of that zigzag. That's your sailboat, and the sailboat's coming back to port over here, and then it'll catch up to the cruise ship, which is heading over here. I don't know, you guys. Hopefully that visually that helps. So that's really all we have time for here today. I was just going to re-encourage you guys, go check this out, cryptomastery.org/pro, and need to have those. Need to have, especially now. Even if you don't, 6 months, 3, 4, 5 months, you're going to need to want these, to have these, to be able to spot these things on yourself. Because look, I'm not going to be doing this forever, and I want you to not need me. And if we get into a nasty bear market next year, I'm not sure I'll be doing it then. Not a lot of fun doing it then, but you guys need to know how to use these. And so it takes a little bit of a learning curve, not too bad, but these make it as easy as possible. And here's a quick example and a cheat sheet, by the way, of these. Let's see, copy image, and let's see, how do I do that? Copy image address. We'll just do that a little bit bigger. This is an image. It shows them all kind of in conjunction, shows the real power of the signals. And it's really the backbone of everything we do here. The Bollinger Bands, hit the top Bollinger Band, that's when you sell, right? Showed you that. So that's a great indicator. That rocket indicator, look at that. Rocket on the launch pad, shoots up in the sky. Another great signal that we have that's unique to our signals. The ERI, that early reversal indicator, coming out of a buy block where the order buyers are. When these start to align, look at that move. It went from 14 cents to 18 cents in a couple of days on CASPA. And then down below we have that multi-time frame radar and more buy blocks. Trend strength indicator, real easy, red to green above the 20 line, time to buy. Signal line, I didn't talk about the trend indicator. That's sort of an older one that you don't need, but it does provide some additional nuance, and we've color coded these with this great green pastel line, and that sort of gives you if you're familiar with Tom DeMark indicators, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's kind of what that does. I don't want to get into that. It's a little more technical that most people aren't used to. But anyway, and we're continually improving on those. So when you do get to Crypto Mastery, you'll see that we update them from time to time, making them better. And you get those. So these would show up in your TradingView invite-only section. The Rocket. Oh, the crypto screener. I forgot to turn that on. So let's see. There's a crypto screener in there as well that'll kind of show you which signals, which coins are looking best. Right now, none of them are, right? So if they're all red, Now this is based on an RSI and a stochastics RSI. That's what a lot of the institutions use. And so this is at a glance. You can change it for which your favorite 8 coins are, but right now nothing's green in both. You wouldn't really be buying anything right now. Kind of keeps you out of trouble. That's included as a bonus. So I don't know why anyone would not want to have these. It baffles me, but some of you like to go it on your own, but that's up to you. But you are trading against me and our team and the M3 traders that are using these. So they get the Rocket, the Crypto Screener, ERI Pro, the Trend Pro, the TSI Pro, the RSI Pro, the Order Block Detector, the Bollinger Bands Pro for crypto, and that signal line. And so you definitely want to go check that out. Okay, you guys, anything else that you want me to talk about? I guess not. And so those of you that are still here, make sure you hop over and take care of that. We're only doing these classes once a month right now. We used to do them weekly, but nobody was showing up. And I'm busy. I got a lot going on. And you guys that are here, congratulations. Success leaves clues. Everyone else, I'll see you in M3 tomorrow. Doug and Ray, Dr. T, Mary, Nathan, Chaith, and this is blocking somebody here. I can't see the name. But all right, guys, we'll see you. We're going to dive deeper in M3 tomorrow in the USDT dominance. We're going to look at the dollar index and a couple other things. Oh, you guys didn't remind me. I was going to talk about helium, but since you don't remind me, I guess I'll just do a quick version of it. Helium is an interesting deep end project we covered last week in our live classes, doing some cool things in mobile. And you can get a mobile miner to mine the mobile token. And Internet of Things is their old Helium token that they moved to Solana blockchain and hope they might be moving back. I don't know. The price action's been looking pretty interesting. You might want to put that one on your radar. Helium just teamed up with AT&T. We covered that in detail last week. I won't get into it today. But a lot of cool things happening there as we see the bridging of traditional mainstream companies that have huge infrastructure and profits and teams doing deals with the blockchain companies. That will facilitate money and revenue and customers going from real world into these blockchain companies and seeing that get closer to the S curve. So translation, these are some gems. There are some gems out there to buy and hold on, a future Netflix and Amazon's, and we cover those as well in the M3 class, as well as the daily chat. So, all right, you guys, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you're watching on a replay somewhere or a YouTube somewhere and you like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I hate to do the commercial there, guys, but otherwise, we don't get it out to as many people as we can. So that's it. I'll see you guys next week for many of you, tomorrow for many of you, and everyone else. So take care. I hope you have a good week. Cheers. Hey, this is Brett from Moonstream. If you'd like to learn more about our pro trading signals or our live classes every Wednesday or our Retire Rich program, go over to moonstream.io/start.